Hi, welcome. It's Sandy here. We're here to do another knee rehab session because honestly, knees get blamed for a lot, but sometimes it's not the knee's fault. It's your alignment or it's a lazy butt. So we're going to go through that, and the program I'm going to do is going to be strengthening the butt and focusing on alignment, including your feet. So what do I mean about the feet causing knee problems? It's really simple. Your feet should be in alignment, second toe with the middle of your knee. But I'm pretty sure if you look down right now without changing anything, you may see that you are different than that. So any long time or long term tracking your feet out or letting your knees fall in, or maybe weak ankles, maybe you had an ankle injury, you didn't rehab properly, whatever it is, the toes and the knees must be in alignment when you're doing stuff, which means, ladies, you don't want to be like this. That's Trendelenburg effects and causes hip and knee problems. Men, you love to have a turnout. When you have a turnout like that, you sit like that, you drive like that, you walk like that. Guess what? Your knee is tracking through the middle, not in your feet, plus your glute medius up here, he can't fire. So you then get a sore back and sore knees. But it's really your alignment over time, and then maybe you've dumped a few more kilos on because we've got a bit lazy because of the pain, and then we have a load on the knee joints that are out of alignment. So let's get busy. So we straddle our glide board, as always, at the bottom. That's the place you get on. Then you move the glide board up, quickly put your feet onto the struts. You may not know they're called struts. That's what we call them in the professional world. Shimmy your bum to the bottom. And again, check your feet. Let's get them in alignment right from the word go. Just release through your lower back. It's my favorite move because you want to turn on the abs and support your lower back. So you just come into a C curve, release lower back, add on the abdominals, feet in alignment. Now, we are not going to do a whole lot because we're here to really work on our legs, our foot alignment, our knee alignment, and our buttocks. So we're going to go rolling all the way back down now, put our feet into alignment. So really check that out, guys. You want to have them not in here, not out here. If you've got a squat stand, put them perfectly in alignment with the middle of your hips. When you're down there, constantly check to see if one of your feet are moving out. If you've got a tracking problem, it will slowly go there and you have to change it. One thing you can do is put a ball between your knees if you have a real issue. So just coming down into a basic squat. Now, while you're doing this, you are tightening your buttocks. Think of it like a handbrake. Keep your handbrake on in the buttocks. What I mean by that is we don't fly down. So we don't go through and then push back up. We want to be coming down with the handbrake on, keeping our feet in alignment. And this is just a warm-up phase. And then after you've done a few, checking alignment, because that is our focus today. Then we can come in and do 3 pulses. So we drop in 1, 2, 3, and come back. Check your knees. Don't fall in. 1, 2, 3. You shouldn't be able to see your feet here. So if you lift up, your feet disappear behind your knees. So really focus on alignment. And when I'm talking about this, you are not to just focus on it while you are working out with me. You got to focus on it when you get up, when you sit down, when you walk, and start making it something that you're aware of. Okay, so now it's going to go out nice and wide. Now thinking about what I said before, knee goes through the second toe. So again, you are making sure the foot's not too turned out and not too turned in. So it's not straight, right through the middle. Again, your feet disappear. Tighten up through the quads, tighten up through the buttocks. Make sure the glutes are your handbrake. What do I mean by that? I mean, when you come back, don't lock your knees up. So I see a lot of people locking their knees. Now you can go a bit higher if you don't have an issue, or perhaps you're carrying a bit of weight, so keep it down. If you're in knee rehab, definitely start low and get your alignment sorted. Coming back down again for 3, 2, 1, and back up. And again, 3, 2, 1, and back up. And 3, 2, 1, and back up. And again, 3, 2, 1, and back up. Coming back into the center. Now, I'm going to hold on like a birdie with my toes, because we need our Achilles and our calf muscles supporting us and helping out the knee mechanism. So keeping the heels lifted, come back. You can do this on a squat stand. It is preferable on a tow bar, but of course you can do it. You must take your shoes off because we need to see our feet, and our feet are part of our knee rehab. So we need to be very aware what our feet are doing. Breath in and coming down, always exhale, pushing back up, handbrake on with the buttocks, no locking of the knees. May seem a little bit tedious, but this is how we get rid of knee pain. Beautiful. Now all we're going to do is keep gripping with the toes. Now the rules go here because we're working the medial system. So we grip with the toes, click the heels together like Hitler. Tuck and come down, lifting the heels up. Squeeze everything together when you come back in. So we're working the side of the glutes and we're working the medial system. So often we have an unsupportive medial system, especially the people with a foot turnout. So we want to improve that by squeezing at the top. Squeeze the buttocks and squeeze your inner thighs together. If you do this and you have knee issues or weak buttocks or bad alignment, and you make this a priority doing every day before you do any other workout, then you will see huge improvements. I'm going to do 2 more. Then next point is most of your life you do bilateral, meaning both legs. Your legs need to be unilateral as well, which means focus on one leg at a time, heel on. The reason we put the heel on is to work the butt. If you're doing the toes, you're not working your butt. So go on the heel and come back down. If you've got a squat stand, have the toes off the squat stand and the heel right at the top. We call that cliffhanger. So again, you don't want the foot to be too much lower than that knee, or again, you're going to stress through the patella. Start at 90 degrees if you have any pain. Don't go any further because we're trying to get alignment, strength, and functionality around the knee joint. After you've done that, reach and point, come back in, reach and point. Now you're zipping on the tummy. Everyone that knows me, I like the zip term, not belly button to spine, just zip tight jeans on and you're kissing the lower back down. But too much is too much. Beautiful. Now I'm just going to take this leg up into Batmont. So we point, we lift, and we flex because all these muscles here go into the back of the knee and all these muscles go into the back of the knee. And if these are too tight or these are too tight, it pulls the knee joint out. So we're going to do 5 of these and come back. Breath in. A lot of people will struggle with this. Be patient with your body. It will change if you persistently and consistently do these workouts. I'm going to hold the last one. Some of you will be crying now. Hold. Keep trying to pull the toes down. But guys, never pull on your toes. That's a neural stretch and that's contraindicated. We don't do that. Now, often we get locked up in our butt too. So just gently take a cross, which relieves off the sciatic nerve and helps any piriformis syndrome in your buttock. Then we're just going to drop it down, open out through the hip, always checking this other supporting foot is straight. And coming back in. We're going to go to the other side. Check it out, guys. Second toe through the knee, ready to go. Zip on the tummy and coming back down. Remember the heel, tighten up the buttocks, zip up the tummy. It's going to work on blocks of 5. And on the next one, I'm just going to take it into our reach and point. You'll have more load on the tummy. Don't let the back arch. So you are having a full body workout as well. Shoulders are pinched. So we call that an isometric movement where we're holding the muscles between our shoulders. We're holding the muscles in our abdominals. Breath in, and we're going to take that leg up, reach and point and flex. Remembering why we're doing it, all the back attachments go into the knee as well. If you have an imbalance from the front and the back, you'll have stress around the knee. And coming down. These are all very beneficial as you knee rehab if you've been unfortunate enough to have knee surgery. But leave the unilateral for a little bit. preferably about 5 weeks. And hold, cross that one over and drop back down. Really yummy on the hips. Beautiful, come back. Now the VMOs. The VMOs are the middle, I call them the mini skirt muscles. Heels on, zip the tummy, put your left hand onto the glide board, take away your right foot, gently come down into one leg. So we're coming down, I'm on my left, it may look different on your screen, and my foot is still going through my knee. A lot of people are very weak here, so be patient. Don't go to burnout. Start with 5, work up to 10. I've done 6 on this one, so we'll do 6 on the other one. Breath in, grab that left one, right hand, bottom of the glide board, knee through the second toe, and coming back up. Give you that nice shape on the inside above your knee. Beautiful, and one more. Don't get too hung up on the numbers. Coming back in, giving the legs a little bit of a break now. We're going to go into our buttocks more. So we're going to come down, close the glide board. Now, if you are constricted with your knee, move up. If you have good knee mobility, stay at the bottom. But you can move up if you cannot come down. Flex the feet. Feet in alignment, no turning out. You will see that they want to, but don't let them. You can put a ball between your knees as well. This helps the medial system. Hands down, chest down, zip the tummy. Now I want you to squeeze your buttocks before you lift. I see a lot of people just up and they use their back. You need to turn on the tummy, turn on the buttocks. Now peel from the bottom of your spine, peel up the spine, and then push your knees away. That will turn your glutes on. And then coming back down. Come down like it's crystal. And then as soon as you touch your tailbone, roll back up. And at no time, let the buttocks go. Keep them on, handbrake on. So your focus now is just pushing the knees as far away from you as you can. So you may not have ever done a shoulder bridge correctly because no one cued you properly. So just remember, they are on, knees push away, tummy supports the back. Now we're going to add on and use hamstrings. So glutes are on. Notice my knees are still bent. Now dive in your tummy and roll down and close. Tuck in, peel and roll your way back up. Make sure it's all the way up, open. Keep the knees slightly bent because we're not here using joints. We are using the muscles that go into the knee joint. Tuck in, roll back up and come back open. I'm going super slow because you get way more muscle fibers in the local system when you go slow, which is what we want. The segmental system that holds you together. Even though this is a big muscle group, there's lots of other little guys that want to come and play with you. Tuck in, roll back up, and to finish off, tap the knees together for 20. And you're going to feel an extra burn here on the side of your buttocks. Keep it going. Heat should be going up. Whew. And last one, roll back down. Nice work, guys. Put your feet onto the struts. Lift the head, dive in your tummy. Roll your way back up. Give yourself a little bit of a posterior stretch so the heels are on the struts. And don't worry about how far you can come. It doesn't matter. Tuck in, roll your way back up. We're going to flip over now. Do some unilateral glute work with knee alignment. Now, if you've just had knee surgery, you don't want to be going on your knees. So this is only if you're pain-free that you do this one. So if you're trying to prevent, you know you've got some dodgy knees or you know your glutes aren't working, you'll notice my left knee is on. I've got my foot hanging off the end. My right foot is just on the toes, but my heel is in alignment. It's not rolled in, it's not rolled out. So everything is still in alignment. Now the work is from the buttock, not from the arms. There's zero pushing from the arms, zero. You come down, don't let the glide board touch. Keep the contraction on with the glute. Pressing back out. Ankle, calf, quad, glute, everything you need. Beautiful work. Now, again, I may be making this look easy, but a lot of people really struggle working one buttock. Please get them even. If you find one is weaker than the other, then do more on it. Makes sense, doesn't it? Come back down and try the other side. Breath in. Again, I'm turning on my left buttock before I go. My toes are on, my foot is straight. I'm just using my buttock. We don't want to come down and close the glide ball because we need to keep the contraction on. Now, if you're feeling like this is really working, you need more of it, simply pause your video and do 2 more sets of these, because these muscles can do with the work. So for the purpose of the video, I'm doing 1 set so I don't bore you, but you can stop and do 2 more sets, do 10 to 15 on each one, and then coming back down and closing the glide board. We're going to roll on this side now. So here we go. We're going to put our buttock at the bottom, and we're going to put the top leg only right at the edge of the toe bar. You can use the squat stand. If you have the squat stand, you just put your heel on with the toes hanging over. So just do whichever one works for you. Lying back down, make sure you're at the bottom. Breath in and coming down into your buttock, checking the knee goes through the foot. Now you'll know you're doing something wrong if the knee's hurting. So you limit the range that you're going into, and you send your bottom backwards, and you're pushing out of the heel. The toes are doing nothing. I can feel my buttocks so much. Okay, just 2 more. So we're ready to flip to the other side. And we're just going to roll to the other side. Over we go. Put your bottom at the back of the glide board. Put the top foot forward or just on the edge of your squat stand. Arm is up underneath you. Send your bottom backwards and down we come into the heel. Should be no stress. Knee rehab people don't come past 60 or 70 degrees. This is more advanced after 6 weeks that you'll be able to do this. If you're just starting after having a knee surgery, put your other foot on to be there to help with the one that has had the surgery. Now, don't be surprised that the left one you may not feel is working that good, because the left one will be weaker, and the weaker it is, the less you feel it until he comes and plays with you. And then you'll start to feel the same work. Again, do more on the left leg if you feel it's weak. Nice work. Okay, we're going to go up to the top of the machine, which means I'm going to have my back to you. And we're going to roll, take the glide board down and coming up and putting your squat stand up. So remember, there's only one good way to get on. You sit at the top. Now, if you're short, you're going to have to hold on and pull yourself up. If you're tall, wriggle your bum back a little bit. About 5'8" to 5'11", you should be fine. So you put the heel in first, guys. Heel, turn it round. Heel, turn it round. If you have tender feet, grab a cushion or a towel and pop it under your toes, because I really don't want your feet into shoes. We really want them functional. You've got lots of muscles and tendons, and one major one here, and it doesn't work if you're in shoes. So you really need the whole complexity of the whole mechanism of your foot, knee, hip working together. Tuck in, roll back down. You'll notice my knees are bent. Hands are at the top. Zip up the tummy. You don't want to have a gap under your lower back. Chin is down, pull up with the heels. Slow come back down. So again, we're not going to fly up and use our knees. We're using all the muscles and tendons. And check my knees and in line with my feet. There was no foot turn out. And it's nice and controlled. You may only be able to get 5 slow, then just take a break. Lengthen out. You can arch your back when you lengthen out. Bring the arms back over again, bend the knees and come up for another 5 and 4 and 3. Slower you go, the more it burns. 2 and 1. Now again, if you are loving this, because I don't love doing hamstrings, 2 sets is kind of like enough. 10 for me is enough. I'm going to throw another set of 5 in. You're not meant to love these, but they work. Tuck in, bend the knees, and pull up. Your toes come off when you come up. Your toes are not doing the work. Heels. You should be on fire now. You'll notice I'm not up very high. And 4. And 1 more. 5. And come down. Whew. Definitely not my favorite. Breath in, come all the way around. Tuck in and roll your way back up. Now, team, the other one that we can do for functionality is just a standing lunge forward and backwards. So I'm going to go to the bottom of my unit. I'm not going to put my standing platform on. I'm just going to stand at the back of the unit. So for the people that don't have standing platform, just to show you, that's fine. Take the glide board down a little bit. So I'm taking mine down to a level 7. I'm going to take off the end of my squat stand or your tow bar. Remember, you always take off the right side first, 1 hole, and then you take off the 2 holes. Put it away safely, and back we come to the end. I'm going to do a back lunge first because it brings in our glutes. Feet are in alignment. Super important. Grip the tummy, take the right one on, breath in, and just open the glide board. Go back with it and drop down. Come back up and close, keeping the back buttock on. Come back. Your body goes with you. You drop down, touch the glide board, and come back up. Breath in, come back. Drop down, lift up, and come back. 2 more. Coming back. Drop down. Come back. Don't give up, guys. Breath in, coming back. Drop down and come back. Now, if you are able to and you want more, come back. Burn out with 10 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Beautiful. And come back up. Whew, quad and glute are fire. Left foot, heel is always lifted. Check it out if you need to. Check out the one down below. You don't want that leg not tracking. Remember, zip the tummy. We go back with the glide board and we drop down. Come back up and back in. Breath in, come back and come back down. Lift and come back in. Take it back, drop down, a lift, and come back in. Come back, drop, lift, and come back in. 1 more, and come back, and drop, and lift, come back in. We're going to go back for 10. This is my dodgy knee, so I'll let you know if I can't. And drop 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9 and 10. Nice work. Okay, what I mean by dodgy knee, I was told 20 years ago I needed a knee replacement. Doesn't look like I needed a knee replacement. I can feel it's a bit unstable, it's worn out, but because of Total Gym, I can keep going without pain. No pain relief, but I'm aware of it, so I keep it strong doing this stuff. I'm putting left foot on. Right heel comes up. We just come open a little bit. Drop down, lift, and come back. Come forward. You can adjust the range by just changing where your foot is. So you can just bring it down if you want to go further. Come forward and drop, lift, tummy is on. Keep the heel lifted at all times. So you want the glute still on with the heel lifted. The foot in the front, you must make sure goes past your knee. Just going to do 5 for you, but you can do 10 or you can do 2 sets. Lift up on the heel before you go. Breath in, come forward and drop, lift and back. Come forward. You don't want to be looking around when you do this because it will put your stability out, which you call balance, but it's really just your stabilizers. And back. Come forward, drop, and come back. Shaking's okay too. Means your local system is doing its work, which is the system that holds you together. Beautiful. And come back in. So that is what I'm going to give you today. You have got a nice workout for your quads, your glutes. You've really thought about your alignment. Now go off on your day and keep checking out your feet. Keep checking out where your knees are. And let's get a better butt, better back, and better necks. Until next time.